It's the end of the month and that means it's time for another big Prehistoric Kingdom dev diary. Now rather predictably at the start there's a big focus on the upcoming baby dinosaur feature, but there's a lot more to come than just that in update 14 and update 15 and a little bit in update 16. Let's dig into the last dev diary before that update hits, and reminder that update is out for free in just a few weeks time on the 24th of April. Now before we go baby crazy, I am getting to that age after all, the devs have shown off another upcoming feature for update 14, changes to the enclosure view, which means it'll now show off much more individualized, unique images from your animals, from sexual dimorphism being showcased to their unique coloration and even individual ones for your babies as well. This works across the game, making it much easier to find a particular animal you may have in mind. Right, we survived the whole minute. It's baby time, baby. We've got a preview here for a bunch more baby animals coming with the ontogeny update, including a big full reveal of these heartbreaking baby Spinosaurs. Spinosaurus is having a hell of a year. The head crest has been reduced, the tail paddle is barely present, and even that telltale gigantic sail isn't really there either, showing just how much these babies are going to grow and adapt and change morphologically with time. As a bonus, we've got a little video of them also in action, showcasing their swimming animation and even the way they waddle around with their tails raised above the ground in comparison to the more tail dragging that the adults use. Next up, we've got Camarasaurus grandis, much more akin to their adult form this time, albeit a little rounder and because of those long legs and little body, a little more gangly looking. The face banding is going to fade over time, the necks are going to grow out further, but largely they do resemble their parents. Third up is the surprisingly adorable Ankylosaurus. It's not too dissimilar to the adult other than those much larger eyes as you'd expect, and the lack of a tail club. But it just looks so happy, this little tank already. The devlog mentions how in the future they'd like to give the Anky its own specific baby model sculpt, removing some wrinkle detail and smoothing out those osteoderms, maybe just so they jut out and they're a little less sharp. Fourth, we have Plateosaurus, very similar to the adults in morphology, with the main changes really being a shift in coloration on the face. Boldly patterned but lacking those orange, almost clown-esque colours, and as we'll often see, a shortened neck. And finally we also get a mammal, Cynotherium. Inspired by modern rhinoceroses, the baby of the species lacks a prominent horn and instead has this kind of bony nodule. It's going to be really cool seeing this kind of gradually grow over time into a gigantic pointed horn. You'll be able to check in every stage of its growth process and see that horn getting bigger and sharper. There's also changes in the wrinkling on the face, the growth of the ears, and how much the snout kind of hangs out over the lower jaw. Now, as exciting as all this is, the devs at Prehistoric Kingdom have added in a bonus new feature we didn't know about until now, those sneaky little blighters: animal herding and social groups. As seen in this travelling herd of sauropods, animals at adolescence or older can form social groups with randomly decided leaders. As those leaders move or commit actions like sleeping, drinking, eating a guest, etc., the rest of the herd will do the same. They can even customize how tight-knit these social groups are, with animals like Dryosaurus being best of buddies and, probably your sauropods as well, but large theropods like say your Tyrannosaurus rex are going to remain largely independent. They may hang out now and again, but they're mainly going to do their own thing. It's a great addition to the believability of our dinosaurs, and I can't wait to build these big family units that roam together throughout the forests and plains. There's even a new social tab on your animals to let you keep track of these herds. As you can see here with our Dryosaurus, Evelyn is the leader of the group, as she should be. She's a queen. There's only one male and 3 females in the group, and no babies, and as you can see we've got a kind of ideal pack size marker as well. It looks like social herds will have desired numbers of each sex, with this Dryosaurus herd needing a little bit more man meat in there to round out the numbers and balance the herd a little bit better. And I very much regret scripting the words man meat, just so you know. But wait, we're not done yet! Babies have their own socialization process. They don't take up slots in your social group, which will have a maximum herd size dependent on the species I assume, but they are instead essentially adopted by an adult dinosaur. Those babies will then hang out and cluster around the adult until they're old enough to form their own social group or maybe assimilate into the one they've been hanging out with if there's enough room for them. This is a really cool interpretation of real-world herding behavior, and having the babies cluster around specific animals is going to give them yet more personality, giving some animals a matriarchal or patriarchal role that you'll kind of witness happening in real time outside of your control. As a further bonus, and I really want to see this happen, if there's no adults present because you've gone baby mad, the babies will form their own social group with its own leader baby, much like the United States, and they'll roam around as a baby group trying to survive and grow. The new behaviours don't end there. Animal awareness and socialisation is being further implemented. Animals will now call and respond to each other. They won't look at each other as they're doing it, they're very rude, but that's being implemented down the line. But they're going to prioritise this speaking inverted commas with other herd members. Furthermore, if you're a bad person, and I know you are, and you don't take care of your animals, then their calls will become more distressed and even angry as their needs are unmet. I'm going to let this video play out with sound now so you can hear how the calls of the Leilanosaura deteriorate over time. In an effort to show all of this in action, the PK devs have put together a short video. It's only 1.5 minutes long, so I'm just going to play it for you now as part of this video. Keep an eye out not just for the herding behaviour, but for the improved locomotion of the animals. It's smoother, and there's a new trot animation included that bridges the gap between walking and full-on sprinting. Right, phew, that's update 14, but we're already looking ahead again to the next big update, update 15. That's going to include new behaviours and animations to make the animals even more lively, new threat displays to decide who will lead the groups, domination behaviours. All very cool. Well, what's also cool is new dinosaurs. Gallimimus, a perfect dinosaur to showcase these new herding behaviours, is coming as part of update 15. It's only got the one species, Bullatus, but nevertheless has some incredibly varied skin patterns and feather displays. With skin 3 in the middle, really awesome looking with this spotted tail fan and wings, that large crest of feathers rearing back from the skull. It's a punk Gallimimus. I think it's probably inspired by the Bali Minor, with that clutch of feathers and blue coloration around the eyes. It's very cool. As a fun bonus, and that makes me feel very, very old, they also showcased what their old Gallimimus looked back in 2015, and then the slightly updated version from 2017. Now, I actually played Prehistoric Kingdom's tech demo on the channel all the way back in 2015, and to say the game, and also my voice, has come a long way, maybe underselling things just a little bit. I'm just going to play you a little clip.
So we can... That's just awesome, because you don't have to worry about this, all the dinosaurs on the park are female nonsense. We can just go ahead and get males and females and breed, and they look different, they've got different sizes. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the first dinosaur we've ever made in Prehistoric Kingdom, and it is a male Gallimimus. Now, I will say, well, oh, look at this.
Finally, for update 15, we've got another look at some upcoming paleobotany coming to the scrubland biome first, such as these monkey puzzle tree relatives and these Watsonaeocladus. Yeah. Altogether, they make for a pretty stupendous looking prehistoric biome that's really going to suit your scrubland dinosaurs, let's say a Stegosaurus, as the devlog mentions. Wetlands are getting a little love too. Getting a little wet now. With lots of plant life designed to sit just above the water's surface. We're talking lots of lilies and pads and plants with long roots that can reach down through the water to that delicious, nutritious soil below. That wetland environment also includes new gigantic horsetails approaching the size of bamboo. And the coolest plant for today, this bizarre fern plant called Vixellia. Vixellia? Something like that. That looks more like a bizarre twisty tree with then fern leaves at the top than it does a traditional fern. As if all of this wasn't enough, we have one final preview. A new terrarium animal is coming in update 16, so this is still quite a ways away, but given my deep love for Simosuchus and the heartbreakingly cute Prehistoric Kingdom rendition of it, it's gonna be worth the wait. I mean, it's so small. Just look at it. It's so small. I love it. That was quite a lot. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming to Prehistoric Kingdom. The game really does just keep getting better and better. You can check out this dev diary for yourself at the link in the description, and remember you can support the game and the devs more directly if you've already bought a copy of the game by following their Patreon, also linked down below, and you'll get lots of these previews and lots of this information before anybody else. We'll be back on the 24th of April then with plenty of content for the big update, all the baby dinosaurs and everything else coming in the update, so I really hope to see you all then. Thank you so much for joining me. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Road.